Good afternoon, dear students. In chapter number 4, everything else is clear, and I explained everything with the help of audios. And this video especially is on arrays because under the reference data type, the first type we have arrays. So arrays I will explain today with the help of this video. So let's start. So as I already told you that array is a group of same type of elements. So two types of array are there in Java. The first one is single dimensional, or you can say single sized array, and the other is multi-dimensional array. And array you can use to store same type of elements under a single name. So when you need to store several elements in a program and all the elements are of same type, so arrays help you to store all the elements under one name, and you can easily access them with the help of arrays. So here we have the first type of array, that is called single dimensional arrays, also known as 1D array, one dimensional array. In order to declare one dimensional array in Java, we have this syntax. So firstly you need the data type of element, then you need to give the array name, then assignment operator must be there, then use new keyword, then again use same type which you have used here, and then use this bracket, and in the bracket you can mention the numeric value, means the size of array, means the number of element you want in array. So this is the syntax for declaring 1D array. Let's see an example. Suppose I want an array in which I want to store the marks of 5 students, and for that I need integer type array, and the name of array is marks. So here one more bracket you need with the array name. So this is one set of bracket, means single dimensional. So here you don't need to mention anything, int marks and only bracket open and close. So this will make it an array. Then assignment operator, then new keyword, then again data type is integer, and here you need to mention the size is say 5. So it will create an array of 5 elements, and all the 5 elements will be of integer type. So this is the single dimensional array. And next we have how to initialize that array. Initialization means giving the initial value to the array. So for initialization you can store the marks of 5 students in this array using the index value. So the index value of this array will start from 0 to size minus 1. So size is 5, 5 minus 1 means 4. So in this array the index values that we will use, they are 0 to 4. So starting or the first element, it will be on the 0 index, and the last element will be on the 4th index. Let's see how. Suppose we want to store the first student marks, then we will store like this array name is marks, and here 0 index, and say marks are 55. So 55 will be stored on the 0 index, then again marks first index. So this is the marks of second student. Say it is 35, so it will be stored in the marks array on index number 1. Then again marks index is 2 and 60. Again marks index is 3 and 70. Again marks index is 4 and marks are 85. So 5 element we have stored in the array. So this is called initialization of array. So we have given the initial value to the array, and this is the declaration of array. So this is one dimensional array, okay, and this is the initialization of a one dimensional array. Now if you want to print any student's marks from the marks array, you will write the line like this: system dot out dot print line method. Suppose you want to print the marks of a student, so you can write here statement like this: student 1 marks equal double quotes close plus, so array name is marks, and you need to specify the index of, so marks 0 means the first student marks 55 will be printed here. If you will put marks 1 here in the print line method, then 35 will come. If you will put marks here 2, then 60 will come. If you will put here marks 3, then 70 will come. If you will put marks 4, then 85 will come. So this is the accessing the array elements from the 1D array. So this is the complete example of one dimensional array. So this part is declaration and this part is initialization. Declaration and initialization, they can be done in one line also. So let's see how the declaration and initialization can be done in one line only. For that you need to declare array, for example integer marks brackets. So this is the array, one dimensional array. Then put assignment operator, and here you need to put the curly bracket, and here you can enter the value according to the data type, as many values as you want. So suppose I have entered these many values. Here no need to mention the size of array, okay. If declaration is done like this in a separate line, then size must be mentioned like this, and after that initialize the all elements using indexes. But if you are doing declaration and initialization together, so this is the line. So this is the declaration of 1D array, and you have entered the values here. So this is the initialization. Size no need to mention, because the number of element you entered here, it is the size. Suppose I have entered here 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7 elements, so this will be the size of this array, 7, okay. So this is called declaration along with initialization. So this concept is called declaration along with initialization, because declaration is also and initialization is also done in single line, okay. So this is the one concept. Next we have the multi-dimensional array, or also known as two-dimensional arrays. So in this array the elements will be stored in matrix form. So suppose I have a matrix where I have say 3 columns and 4 lines are there like this. I have a matrix like this. So this is the first row, row 0, this is the second row, this is the third row, and this is the fourth row, starting from 0. This is the first column, this is the second column, and this is the third column. So here suppose I have entered the elements in rows and columns. So 3 columns are there, 4 rows are there. So this is the 4 by 3 matrix in which 4 rows are there, 3 columns are there. Suppose 35 is stored here, 30 is stored, 20 is stored, 25, 38, 41, 37, 46, 26, 19, 20, and 38. So suppose these are the elements. So these elements are stored in a matrix row and column wise. So here the first element is this, second is this, third is this, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So 4 into 3, 12. So 12 elements are stored in matrix form, means into row and column format. So the first element, it will be stored in the first row and first column. So that's why the index will be 0 0 for the first element, because this is the 2D array. 2D means two dimensional. One dimension is row and the second dimension is column. So that's why we will use two index values for assessing the elements of a 2D array. For 1D array we have one index value, but for the 2D array we need two index values. This element is in the first row but second column, so its index value will be 0 and 1. This element's index value will be 0 and 2. This element is in the next line, that is 1, and the column again 0. This is 1 and 1 column, so these are the index values. This is 1 and 2 column, then this is 2 and 0, 2 and 1, 2 and 2 column, and the last is 3 and 0, 3 and 1, and 3 and 2. So these are the index places for 2D array. Now how to declare the 2D array? In the same type you can declare the type of array. Here you can use any type: integer, float, double, character array, or whatever array you want. Integer, marks, and here you need to specify two sets of bracket because it is a 2D array. Assignment operator, new keyword, integer, and the first you need to specify the rows. Suppose we are having here 4 rows, so need to specify 4 rows. Then the second you need to specify the column. So suppose we are here having 3 columns, and you will put here 3. So this is the 4 by 3 array. So in this array 2 dimensions are there, and you will store the elements in rows and column in which 4 rows are there and 3 columns will be there. Now according to these index value you can store the marks. So marks of a student will be stored in 0 row and 0 column. So say the value is 35. Then the marks of next student, that is this 0 and 1, it is 30. Then again the marks of third student, that is 0 and 2, it is 20. Now one row is complete. Next second row will come. Marks of 1 0, it is 25. Then marks of 1 1, it is 38. Then marks of 1 and 2, it is 41, and so on. You will write all the values here to initialize the 2D array. So this is the declaration of 2D array, and second part is the initialization of 2D array. Just like 1D array, 2D array can also be declared and initialized in single line. So let's see how. Here you need to specify the data type, then array name is marks, then first and second bracket for 2D array, open the curly bracket for array, then open again for first row, enter the first row element, say 2 3 7. Suppose you need 3 columns, then specify the 3 element. If you need 4 columns, specify the 4 columns, then close the row, then put a comma, Again open the second row, enter the element of second row, open the second row, then close the second row, then open the third row, close as many rows as you want, and after that put a curly bracket and put a semicolon. So this is the initialization of a 2D array along with the declaration. So here it is the first row, here it is the second row, here it is the third row. Okay, so this array will look like this. So we have created 3 rows and 1 2 3 and 3 columns. First row through 2 3 7, second row 3 4 8, and last row 3 4 7. So this will be the 3 by 3 matrix array, and this is the declaration along with the 2D array. So in this way you can access the array in Java. 1D or 2D. 1D means one dimensional and 2D means two dimensional array. If you want to print the value from 2D array, you will write like this: system dot out dot println name of the array, row value, that can be 0 1 2 3 like that, first row, and the first column, and like this, put semicolon. So it will print the marks of first student, and the marks of first student are 35. So this is the 0 and 0 index. So hope you will be understanding this concept more clearly. Thank you everyone.